Good part of the day, my dear digital friends. I wasn't even sure I was live. Okay, looks like I am. Okay, Anna Dieter is here, and I'm waiting for more people to join me today. I'm going live. Haven't been live, haven't been going live for a couple of weeks. I was busy teaching students. Okay, hi, Silly Lex 3, you joined me. Good to see you. Okay, so here is the information. Today is March the 19th. Oh, I need to call my nephew to wish him happy birthday. Okay, and also it is 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So I'm going live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And today's topic for today's presentation, or I like to call it today's lesson for people who stutter, because every time I go live, it's a lesson, okay? How people can get rid of stuttering and live stutter-free. Every time when people who stutter join me, I consider it as a lesson. I am a teacher. I am a people's speech teacher. This is what we're going to talk about. Why I'm going to begin calling myself people's teacher, not the teacher from the system, but I am an etalon or people's speech educator. And because I'm going live on the computer and on my cell phone, that's why you will see me going back and forth. And last recommendation I would like to give to you people who are watching me on Instagram, I recommend you switch to YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, because that's where I'm going to be able to show some pictures. I'm going to be able to share with you some information, and I will be even sharing my screen with you. And on the background, I'm going to begin playing my YouTube videos. So people would finally realize that I'm not just blah, blah, blah talking here, but I am a very practical person who has done a lot of work over the past 10 years. And I truly have a lot of information to share with you. So let's go. So it's Sunday, and hope people have time to sit with me, to communicate with me, and to learn from me. A lot of revolutionary information I'm sharing here. And give me 1 second. I'm going to connect. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, present extra video file. Share screen, right. Okay, I'm going to go to my channel content, share. Okay, it takes time. Okay, I'm going to go to my playlists. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to begin playing videos. Yeah, play all, let it play. I'm going to the sound here off, and let me go back to StreamYard. And here it is. Why it's not playing? Supposed to be playing the video. Okay, let me go back. Okay. I got it. There was too much open on my screen and I started playing something else. Okay. So now you probably can see what I am seeing. Let me see. StreamYard. No, it's still not playing. What's up? Ah, play all. Is it playing now? Finally. No. Let me see. Huh. I don't know why it's not playing. Maybe now it's gonna play. Okay. I'm still learning. StreamYard. Okay. So present. I got it. Share screen. I'll do it one more time. Yes, now it should work. Okay. Yes. So I will be presenting in this format today because I truly want you to understand that what I'm talking about, it's my passion. And it's something revolutionary that I have come up with over the 10 years of my life. So let's begin the presentation. Okay, let me see if there is anyone watching. Not yet. Amazing, but I'm still going to begin presentation. So today's topic is I am going to ask you, the ones who the ones who are watching my lesson. And the question is, why do you still stutter? This is a very important question. Why do you stutter? I know you've been to tons of advisors. I know you've done a lot of maybe speech therapy. Maybe you have been following advice of a lot of smart people. At least you believe that they're smart. And I know you have done a lot to help yourself to finally quit stuttering, but you still continue to struggle. Why is this the case? So today I am going to answer this question. And it's very important to understand why everything you have been doing for years of your life is still not working. Why is it so? The answer is simple because you still are in the system. You still believe what the system has worked hard to make you believe. This is why you still continue to struggle. Okay? So, and I am a representative of the revolution, the consciousness revolution of people who stutter, not just people who stutter, but of a lot of people on this planet. The ones who still believe the system, the ones who still truly believe and live their lives according to the lies the system taught them. And you got to understand that we have been educated by the system since the moment we are born. When we are born, we are being educated. From the first moment we are born, we are getting educated by the system. It all begins with our mommy feeding us, right? The first moment you come out from your mom's wounds, and what is the first thing you do? You scream, ah, right? You show to the whole world that you're ready to learn. You're ready to imitate what whoever is around you is going to teach you. And of course, when a child is young, he or she is doing it not consciously. He or she is learning everything unconsciously. He or she is learning how to suck on the mommy's nipple and feels how pleasant it is how good it feels when the newborn baby is sucking the milk of the mother. It's all cool. So, but this is the first moment we are learning, we're beginning to learn. And at first, of course, we learn to move our body, move the muscles of our mouth to suck the milk in, right? First. Then we learn to chew the food as we grow older. We learn to chew food, right? So we keep learning. Every moment of our life, we keep learning. And the principle of learning is very simple. The natural principle of learning is called the law of resonance. We resonate with reality that is surrounding us at this moment. And for as long as we are young, we believe everything. We never question anything. We don't really ask too many questions. If the mommy says do this, we go ahead and do it. It's the moment when we begin questioning, when we begin arguing, that's when we begin learning consciously. Okay? And this is when people who stutter, this is where problems start. Okay, let me wave to It's Govinda 143. You joined and left. Okay, so I see in Vamsi joined and left. Okay, not a problem. So the bottom line is that when we grow up, we learn. And we are being taught by the system. Today, I'm going to repeat the word system a lot because each and every person who stutters still believes the lies that the system taught him or her. The lies. This is very important to understand that we have been bombarded by a lot of lies. And they believe that stuttering is some kind of sickness that requires a cure. It's one of the criminal lies of the system. The system doesn't want you to quit stuttering. You got to understand that. The system wants you to keep stuttering. Your speech therapist, no matter how kind they are, no matter how nice people they are, they need you to keep stuttering. They want you to continue to stutter. Why? Because your speech therapists are living in the material world, in a matter world where everything is based on making money. If you don't make money, you can't survive. You can't live your life like everyone else. Okay? So the bottom line, you gotta understand, if you live in this world, you gotta make money, but you gotta understand that you need to stop believing what the system is telling you. Because the system is constantly lying to you to make you, to keep you in the system. It's like being in the Matrix. I'm sure a lot of you have watched the movie called The Matrix. Remember how the main character of that movie, I think his name was Neo, how he was trying to escape the Matrix. He was going through this for a long time and he was trying really hard to escape the Matrix, but he wasn't successful with that. It's impossible to escape the Matrix when you're living in this world. You're always in the Matrix. You can't disconnect from what the system keeps telling you. In order to do that, you have to go through the revolution of your consciousness. You gotta just explode your mind. You gotta stop believing the system. You gotta understand that the system has been created to make you stutter, to make you stutter from very early age. Every child is a stutterer. Each and every child stutters. And when you hear that speech therapists or doctors tell you that some children stutter, but they overgrow it, yeah, they grow out of stuttering. This is all lie. Each and every child is a stutterer. And when we grow up, we still sometimes stutter. We still make mistakes sometimes. We just don't care about that. Hi, Auntie. Hey, silly soul. You still call yourself silly. Okay. So, the bottom line, in order to be successful in this world, in the material world of the matter things, you gotta become conscious. You gotta awaken to the fact that the system doesn't want you to stop stuttering. I'm here to answer any question you ask, but you gotta understand that I am now about to write my next book. It's called Consciousness Revolution for Stutterers. Consciousness revolution. Stop believing the lies the system is telling you. Okay, someone wrote, Seven Hussein wrote, do you know Maguire program? Of course I do. It's also the system that has been supported by the system. It's the system's Maguire is a whole system. It's being supported by the government, by the system, by stutterers from all over the world. This is why the system is created to make you a slave, and the system is based. Yes, I joined it. Too bad, my dear. You joined it, you joined another system. The system always lies. It keeps lying to the slaves to stay in the system voluntarily. In order to live stutter-free, you got to get out of the matrix. You got to get out of the system, because any system is the death for your soul. You cannot be free. You cannot be sovereign if you still belong to a system. It's a revolution in science and education that I am presenting here. And Seven Hussein, what I don't understand, of course you don't understand. This is why you are here. The Maguire program is the system of lies. They lie to you that you are any different from me, for example, from any other person. The Maguire system lies people to people. So they would do all kinds of exercises. So they would do some kind of practice, breathing practice. They put these belts over your chest. You don't know how many people have come to me after Maguire program, because after this system lies and practice, people just destroyed their natural system of breathing. Maguire, good or not, in your opinion, it's horrible. It's killing you. It's killing your natural health. Do you understand that any systematic approach is killing your health? Why do you need to do breathing exercises? What's wrong with your breathing? Nothing is wrong. Are you ready? Why? Perfect. Who told you that there is something wrong with your breathing? Who told you? The Maguire guys, right? You gotta understand that your breathing is perfect. It's something that you don't have to worry about ever. It's none of your business. The thing is that breathing and speaking have zero in common, zero connection. Breathing and speaking are not connected. Just ask yourself a question: who is doing breathing when you are asleep? But my friend improved their stutter. You know what? Your friend changed the form of stuttering. He changed the form of stuttering. He didn't improve. He's still a stutterer. And you know about stuttering that it's unpredictable. One day you speak better, the other day you get back to the worst moments of your life and you speak again really, really badly. You know that. Your friend learned to do some weird stuff, but he destroyed the natural breathing. Because I've seen people after Maguire program. Do you truly believe they speak naturally? People after Maguire program, when they speak like this, you think it's normal? It's so exhausting. It's so unnatural. It breaks your natural breathing. Do you want to make an experiment and see why I am telling you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with your breathing? Are you ready to do a simple experiment right now? Okay, respond, Hussein. Hussein, maybe not. Hi, Shabib. Good to see you guys here. So here is a simple experiment. Yes, I am a person who stutter. I was. As I explained to you, every human is born a stutterer. Every child is a stutterer. First of all, you need to understand, what does it mean to be a stutterer? Stutterer is a person who doesn't know, still hasn't learned how to use his speech, normal, perfect speech instrument, in the naturally correct way. He doesn't know that he has a computer, body mind computer right here. Body mind computer. Hi, Arun official joined. Let me wave to you. Okay, Arun made a request. Stammering is a genetic disorder. These are all systemic lies. Who told you that it is a genetic disorder? Who told you that? You gotta understand, did me fear? Of course. Of course, you are scared. So let me go one by one. So first, let's address the first question about Maguire program and the belief of that person that his breathing is wrong. So here we go. I want you to understand that you always, when we speak, we use our air pump. Air pump, our lungs is a simple air pump. It's pumping the oxygen from outside automatically and pumping out the carbon dioxide automatically. We never have to worry about breathing. Never. So when we speak, it's an automatic process of pumping air in and out, in and out. I never ever think about my breathing. Not even one normal person on the planet ever worry about their breathing. Never. It happens automatically. It's an air pump. Mother Nature created it, instilled, installed in our perfect body mind computer, and it works when we are asleep, when we are unconscious, when we do anything. The air pump is working, pumping again oxygen from outside, pumping the carbon dioxide outside. That's it. It's none of our business. We never worry about breathing. Do you understand that? Here is example so you could understand that when we speak, We always have enough air, which is called the carbon dioxide, in our lungs. Always enough carbon dioxide for speaking. Always. So are you ready? Do this with me. Breathe in and then completely breathe out. And right after you empty your chest, your lungs, no air left. I hope the Maguire guy is listening to me. Empty your lungs completely, no air at all. And right after that, without taking any any breath, no air in, begin counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, till whatever you can. Do it together with me. Are you ready? Do it together with me. So let's go. Breathe in, breathe out, and begin 1, 2, 3. Okay? Let's see how many words you will be able to say on totally empty lungs. Okay, no air in the lungs. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was able to say 12 words. How about you? Write down to me. How many words were you able to say? What did you count till? Till what? Write to me. I didn't have air at all, but I still was able to speak. Why? Because my lungs are designed in the way that I always have carbon dioxide in there. Carbon dioxide is the byproduct of our biocomputer, our body. Our body is working and always producing carbon dioxide. Always. The carbon dioxide, after all the processes that are taking place in our body, the result of them is carbon dioxide. And this byproduct lifts up in our body and accumulates in our lungs. And this byproduct, we breathe out. We get rid of this poisonous gas, carbon dioxide. It's a poisonous gas. And when we are breathing or speaking, we are getting rid of this gas. Okay? I don't know if that person is still with me. Maybe he is not speaking English well and he left me. But the bottom line, breathing is the lie of the system. And Maguire program is one of the systemic programs. It teaches people to do things that break them, that make them, you remain stutterer, you just form maybe the form of stuttering. You modify the form of stuttering, and you may feel that somehow now you're speaking a little better. Yeah, but you don't get rid of stuttering. Never, ever. The fact of the matter is, you can get rid of stuttering only when you leave the system, when you escape the matrix. You stop believing the system. See, I am not part of the system. I call myself the people's speech educator. The people's speech educator. I'm not a part of the system. I was for 30 years of my life, but no more. Okay? So let me see what other questions you have. I don't see the same amount of people. So you sent request, review request, give Arun. Okay, I guess he is no longer wanting to talk to me. Dear Arun, pause. I don't know what you are. You a person who stutter? Okay, person overcomes stutter. So in your opinion, how can person overcome stutter? It's very simple. It's very simple in my perspective because I know how to do it clearly. But in your perspective, if you still are with the system, you will never overcome stuttering. Never. In order to overcome stuttering, you got to leave the system. Stop listening to the system. You need to have a revolution in your consciousness. Stop believing all the lies. The first lie that you believe, stop believing that you are sick. Okay, Arun unable to join. Good. Okay, so number one, stop believing that something is wrong with you. You're not sick. You're perfectly normal. You don't need to do any exercises. You don't need to do any training. You don't. You're perfect the way you are. There is nothing wrong with you. The only problem that you have is that you still haven't learned how to use correctly your perfect body mind computer. Body mind computer. It's a biocomputer that you have, and nothing is broken with you. You have the air pump. It's pumping air in and out, in oxygen, out carbon dioxide. Mother Nature created everything absolutely perfect. You don't need to change anything within your body. It's perfect. The only thing that you are suffering from is that you believe lies. Your mind, it's a horrible beliefs in your mind. You need to change your mindset. And this, of course, takes a lot of education. When I say a lot of, because I mean that before my students join my class, they watch my videos, they listen to what I say, they read my books. Reading my books is also very, very important. Okay, I want to also, I can't. No, I can't share this. Cancel. Okay. What I'm saying is that if you are on Instagram, you can go and look at the last image that I posted yesterday. See where I am talking about why attempt to cure, to treat stuttering for years if you simply can get used to the natural speech norms in only 3 days. It takes only 3 days to understand what speech instrument you have right here. It's a musical instrument. It's called the speech instrument, speech pipe. You have it just like everyone else. You still haven't learned to use it. That's the problem. But after you have learned how to use your speech instrument, all you need just to get used to it. Get used to using your speech instrument in the same way how all other people are doing it. You still haven't learned to use your speech instrument, and this is your only problem. So this is the reason, okay, you still stutter because you still believe the lies that the system put in your mind. You still believe that you are broken. You still believe that you have a genetic disorder, that you are a genetic freak, basically. This is what the system tells you. The system. No one has ever asked me what I mean by the word system. I would like to talk about it. Add me, sister. I don't know what you want to add. The breathing pattern is the cause of stuttering, is it not? Of course not. Of course not. This is what you believe. This is what the system keeps pushing on you. So you would take one program after other program. You would go to a speech therapist. You would go to Maguire program. You would go to some other specialists who claim that they overcame stuttering because they worked with their breathing. These are all people from the system. And I recommend you stay away from these people. Stay away from this system. This is the only way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Let me see if it's going to work. Second. Because I am showing this. Yeah, I'm going to be showing this. You can see me and you also can see what I'm showing on my screen. This is a great idea I have come up with. Okay, so this is me and this is what I am showing on my screen when you listen to me on YouTube. So I do recommend you come to me on YouTube rather than Instagram because it has more options. Okay, so the only thing I don't see. Okay, so the breathing pattern has been created by Mother Nature. And my recommendation is stop believing people. They are not too smart. People are ignorant. They don't know that breathing and speaking have nothing to do with each other. You gotta understand. Imagine you are swimming, right? Imagine yourself swim. What will happen if you dive deep in the water and order yourself to stop breathing? You know there is a water around and you can't breathe in the water. You don't want to die, right? So you will dive in the water and you will tell yourself, I'm not going to breathe. What will happen in a few seconds or maybe a minute? Who knows? Maybe you have trained yourself to keep your breath for a longer time. Okay? So you will instinctively will begin breathing in. You will get the water inside of your lungs instinctively. You will get out of the water and begin breathing. This is how Mother Nature created us. We will breathe naturally. Naturally, do you understand that? Mother Nature will make you breathe if it's a danger for your life. Why? Because Mother Nature has invented the air pump. This is what you have in your lung. Your lungs is an air pump. The breathing pattern has been created by Mother Nature. Forget about breathing. Stuttering and breathing. You stutter because you believe that you need to focus on your breathing. Do you understand that whenever you focus on breathing, you cannot speak? Because when people speak, normal people, when they speak, they never, ever focus on their breath. Never. This is why they speak. This is why they can speak beautifully. Okay? So let me see some other questions. I am Indian sister, please. I am big fan of you. You know what, Arun? If you are a big fan of me, then you should have joined my class a long time ago. A long time ago. If you are a big fan of me. And you gotta understand why. I don't know how to add you. How do I add you? You keep asking me, add me, sister. How do I add you? I don't know. Okay. Okay. Hussein wrote, Hussein, 7 Hussein. No, but in the fear, the diaphragm freezing and not enough air in the lung. Of course. And who is the one who blocks your breathing? Who is doing, instead of simply let the Mother Nature do the breathing for you? Who is attempting to breathe instead of simply breathing out? I want you to understand what's going on naturally when you, instead of breathing out, begin breathing in. This is what's happening. By the way, right now on the screen, you see the person, 68-year-old man who had this problem, what you are talking about. He had difficulty breathing. 68-year-old man who's been through all kinds of programs, working with his breathing for his entire life. At 68 years old, he finally came to me. And the reason he decided to finally fix his speech, because his own son spoke to him on the phone and asked, Daddy, do you think, see, Raman is explaining how breathing works. I even see how he's moving his hands. So the bottom line, his son asked if he needed to call emergency, call 911 in the United States. So his father, he thought so that his father was having a heart attack because of the way he was breathing in. You got to understand, instead of breathing out, you begin breathing in. You block the carbon dioxide in your body. Instead of getting rid of poisonous gas, you keep bringing more oxygen. And as the result, the carbon dioxide, the poisonous gas, doesn't leave your body. And you develop all kinds of dizziness. That's what this guy was. He felt dizzy because he was breathing in too much oxygen. He felt lightheaded. See, this is what he was, when people say, are you okay? Is something wrong? See, they think that I'm having a medical issue. See, because they see all the struggling. They don't know what's going on in my life. The big thing from yesterday to today, talking with Raman and you translating Raman and adding your input, was almost the immediately stopping the way that I was breathing and controlling my breath, and understanding the fact that my organs, body, breathing is just prone to happen. I'm not going to have an ability to breathe in oxygen and pass out. That's off the table and no longer part of my life. This is what, because it takes care of itself. I'm not going to die at my sleep because all of a sudden I stop breathing. You see, it was just totally what we were talking about. One of my students started talking about this. For some reason, I'm tired sitting. I feel cramped sitting here. Okay. So the bottom line, when you breathe in, you block the carbon dioxide, the poisonous gas, from coming outside, from out of your body. And this carbon dioxide, the poisonous gas, poisons your head, poisons the whole body, and it's also poisoning your brain. This is why you feel lightheaded. This is why you feel nauseous sometimes. This is very important to understand. Forget about breathing practice. It's really, really bad for your health. Really bad. Okay. But the fear, the diaphragm freezing. So once again, your diaphragm. How do you know that it's your diaphragm? It's again the system lies. Who told you that you even have a diaphragm? Who told you this BS, this lies? What is the diaphragm? You don't even know what the diaphragm is. You know what the diaphragm is? Here, you see this ball? I'm going to switch. You don't watch me. You don't see me now. Okay, I'm going to switch. You see me? You see this? This is the ball. So the diaphragm is the bottom of this ball. If I push it, push the diaphragm pushes, then the air is coming out. This is the diaphragm. It's just the bottom of the sac with air. That's it. The bottom. The bottom of the sac with air. But understand that, let's say, Maguire program is teaching to push with intracostal muscles, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Intracostal muscles do their work without any extra effort. They just do their work. Okay. So the bottom line is that, okay, let me see there. Oh, there are a lot of questions. Network problem, sister. Oh, sorry. Network problem. Okay, view request. Let me see. View request. Wave. Maybe I had the network problem. I don't know. Add me, sister. Let me see. Add. No, I don't need a moderator. Go live. Okay, I added you, Arun. Wave. Kishanun. Okay, so because I don't have any more questions on in here, let me see if I have any questions on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Still no questions. Arun, I tried. I tried to add you. Okay, let me try again. Okay, go live with Arun. Oops. Go live with Arun official. I clicked. I tried. Doesn't work. I don't know. Yeah, it says unable to join. That's what it says. Sorry. And Arun, I can try one more time. Go live with Arun official. Go live with Arun official. Okay. I push the button. Arun official joined. Ah, you joined. Hi, Arun official.
I'm indeed, ma'am. I am big than you, and what you are trying to understand, but I'm not compatible with your language. What I'm interesting you voice and you topics.
So, what would you like to ask, Arun?
Ma'am, I have no understand you. What have you becomes today? You are very voice is very clearly, and you almost different you speech. You know.
So, you are giving me a compliment. You're telling me that I am speaking well?
No, ma'am. No difference. No.
No, I'm not. I am not sure. What question do you have for me, dear? What would you like to know? Ask a question.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
What's
you today, ma'am. You today lost is very episode is very maturity and Ayurvedic condition, ma'am.
You conditioned with what? What are you conditioned with? You said I'm conditioned. I don't understand you. I don't understand.
You almost conditions disease increase my you speechly man is जैसे कि you know almost disease, you know.
You know what, my dear? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I can tell you one thing. Stuttering is a big fat lie. It doesn't exist. It's not a sickness. Stuttering is not a sickness, and this is what I am telling to all people. It's a big lie of the system to make money off millions of people. That's it. It's the bottom line. Did you understand me?
Yeah.
It's a lie. And the only way to get rid of stuttering is to stop believing the lies that the system is giving to you. It's not easy because the lies are everywhere. Of course, it's everywhere. Okay. So he left me. Okay. So probably bad connections. Bad connections. Okay. You use coastal breathing. No, of course not. I keep telling you that any type of breathing is crazy. Any type of breathing practice. It's like, do you do any exercises to make your heart beat? Do you? Do you do any exercises? Let me fix my computer for some reason. It decided to do something. Let me get my cover back. To do any breathing exercises is a big fat lie. You don't do exercises. Why don't you do exercises to make sure that your heart keeps beating? Why don't you do any exercises to make your blood circulate in your body? It's exactly the same as the crazy thought to do exercises to make sure that your air pump is working. It's a big fat lie. I hope you guys understand me. And Maguire program is one of the systemic approaches. They also make money, big money, huge money of people who stutter. I know their system. Why? Not because I've been in that system, but because I have worked with hundreds of people who have been through Maguire and they would end up working with me. I've been with them. I've taught them. Okay. Whenever you are with the system, until you are with the system, you will never get rid of stuttering. Never, ever, my dear. Never. Okay, let me see what else is going here. Okay, people are waving me. Network problem, network problem. Yeah, I see, Arun. Things happen. Do you want to get back, Arun? Arun, you want to get back with me? Okay. Report, no. Okay. Okay. So I'm amazed that I don't really have anybody today on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. No one has joined me. Amazing. Just a couple of people picked and left. Okay, I guess they don't want to know why they still stutter. You still stutter because you still believe the system. You still believe the lies that you are broken, that something is wrong with you. And until you leave the system, you escape the matrix, you're going to continue stutter. You're going to continue to stutter. And this is very important to understand. And the reason I am showing to you all these videos, my screen on my computer, the reason I'm showing it to you is because thousands of people that I have educated, they finally left the system. And that was the moment when they finally learned what their biocomputer is built for and how to quit stuttering in only 3 days. 3 days. Do you understand what it means? 3 days. Okay. Here is, for example, one example of one of my students. And you see it all in my videos. In my videos, but how easy it is for you to get to my videos. Not easy. The system blocks me everywhere, anywhere I go. The system blocks me. The system doesn't want you to know this easy way to get rid of stuttering. Why? Because They don't want you to quit stuttering. They want you to, if you request, again, someone requested go live. Oh, it was from before. Arun, do you still want to talk to me? Let me know because I thought you were out of network. But if you would like to talk to me, you need to ask a question because I didn't understand what you were talking about. You were just giving me a lot of words, but I didn't know what you wanted me to tell you. So here on the screen, I pushed the button to switch the screen. Now you're looking at the screen of my computer and you see how I am working with one of my students. And you can read what this girl is talking about. And by the way, this girl is also originally from India. I think she, maybe not from India. I already forgot. I have worked with close to 1,000 students already, just me in this past 10 years. But Mr. Snishko, together with him, we have educated over 10,000 people. They all left the system and quit stuttering. They no longer believe that something is wrong with them and they constantly need a cure, constantly need to do some exercises. Yeah, I see, Arun. Yeah, you wrote to me network low. Yeah, I understand. But Arun, listen, come to me individually. After watching the webinar, I'm sure if you have heard me talk, you know that the only recommendation I have, you need to watch my webinar and then schedule a call, video call with me. And I will freely give you some time, up to 40 minutes. I'm going to sit with you. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to help you see clearly reality. Reality. And my understanding is that the network is not good because there were few people that were watching me and now no one is watching me. Okay, let me go and check home. Let me go to home. Your channel. Yeah, let me see how it's going. Perfect. I have so much opened here. I don't even know what I just did. Second, let me see what I'm doing now. Where is my life? Okay, it stopped. Okay, so this is going now. So what you see when I'm going to be doing my live streams in this way from now on. So I don't see too many people join me today because I guess I need to make announcements in advance. So let's see, let's make a deal. You guys come to me next Friday or Saturday. We'll make an announcement. Hi, Trier. Yay, good to see you. One person who has talked to me individually already on a video call and he finally talks to me, but it looks like his parents are not interested in helping his child, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes, Trier. See, Trier is giving me hearts because we have communicated already one on one on a video call and he understands what I'm talking about. By the way, Trier, look at the screen. See, I am showing my YouTube screen. Who do you see over there? The guy, even younger than you, and he is talking here. Unfortunately, I don't have caps here, you can't read what he is saying, but you can go and read what he is saying, right? I don't know. I thought I selected only the videos where I put captions, but I guess no. Okay, this is the wrong video. Let me go and switch to the next one. Let me go to the next one. Yeah, let's go. I move to the next one. Okay. This here you can read subtitles. Okay. So here we go. This is very important to understand, but without questions, I don't know what you would like to know. So because you don't ask questions, I'm going to do my presentation. I've been live for a whole hour, and let me do a little presentation of my new book. I haven't written it yet, but I'm in the process of writing the book. And the title of the book is Consciousness Revolution for Stutterers, or of stutterers, sorry. And the subtitle, kind of little title, is Escaping the Matrix of Stuttering. And this is the kind of introduction to my book, where I explain how I met my mentor, Mr. Snishko. First, I lost my job, and then I met my mentor. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit the beginning of my book. If you're interested, stay with me and listen. So I first went on the internet after I got fired from the system. I talked about it earlier. So they got rid of me because I was rebelling against the system when I was working in the system. I wasn't happy about the way the system treated my students, the parents, how they brainwashed the parents. I didn't like it. And I left the system. And here is what happened after that. I went on the internet and I met the Russian people's professor, Roman Snishko. This amazing person was leading a world uprising against the very system in which I and millions of other misled people were suffocating. Okay, I was suffocating in the system. I was amazed how confidently Mr. Snishko denounced the criminal actions of the gangster system, misleading all mankind with a lie about the existence of an incurable stuttering illness. Yep, that's what they say. Incurable sickness, right? Nobody understands it. Nobody knows to cure it. Of course, nobody knows because it's not a sickness. That's why. This sickness doesn't exist. That's why they keep lying to you that you need to cure it, and no one knows how to cure. Later, I learned that this terrible lie originated in the Ukrainian city of Kiev in 1889, and that it was fabricated by the guy by the name Sikorsky. He was a criminal professor and psychiatry professor of psychiatry and an extremely dishonest politician back then, okay, back that time. In nearly 135 years that have passed since then, huge financial investments have been made to support and spread lies about the existence of the mysterious and incurable stuttering sickness. 135 years since the time stuttering sickness was invented by one schizophrenic who wanted to make money of that. He made a lot of money, and now you, trier, and all other people on the planet, millions of other people on the planet, struggle because they all believe the lie that stuttering sickness exists and that they need to cure it with some kind of exercises, some kind of practice, some kind of, I don't know what else, breathing, drugs, some kind of weird stuff, relaxation technique. They believe. And what you see right now on the screen, you see one of my students from India. How did he make money of it? How? Get my book. Get my book. It's all explained in here. This book. This book, A Tale of Two Geniuses in Stuttering. It's free. You don't need to buy it. Go read it. It's a very skinny book. You're going to read it very quickly and you will understand. The system supports those who support the system. The bigger lie you invent, the better money you're going to make. The system will give you the money to support the system. You got to understand it. Look at all the professors, all the scientists that have been supported by the system. They receive salary, monthly salary checks. Look at all the speech therapists. They receive nice salary each month. Look at the leaders of Maguire program. They receive nice paychecks. Again, every time they get a crowd, big crowd of stutterers, 30 people, 60 people. Look how much money they make for this system, because they also give some money partially to the system. Even I, one person, I'm a little, one lady, I don't work for the system, but they also take a lot of money from me. I am sitting here, I have to give money to the system, to buy computer from the system, to buy the microphone from the system, to buy this, to buy that, to pay to marketers. When I did pay, now I don't pay. I'm sick and tired of marketers trying to market even though they have no idea how to do it. I'm not marketing anything. And I'm sick and tired of giving money that I receive from people who started donating money to me instead of investing in my work. I am giving money to these people who don't even know how to do the marketing. So even I have to give money to marketing, how to give money to the system. But the problem is I don't spread the lie. I spread the truth. This is why no matter where I would go, they will not support me. Speech therapists are not interested in what I have to say. Teachers are not interested. No one is interested. The only people who are interested in my information that I share are the struggling people, strugglers who cannot take it anymore. They've been through hell. They've been through Maguire program. They've been through tons of speech therapists. They've been through tons of systemically prepared specialists. And they sick and tired of struggling. They sick and tired of listening to the same and the same and the same lies. Lies that something is wrong with you, that you need to go to a speech therapist, that you need to learn to breathe, that something is wrong with your breathing, something is wrong with your relaxation, that you are speaking too quickly because I don't know what, because you don't need pauses. I mean, because you don't make pauses, because you need to control your airflow. That's how they call. So many lies. I cannot even tell you how many lies I have heard from people who come to me and take my class. But the problem is when a person has already joined my class, that's it. That's it. They already quit the system. However, I have had just recently one student who came to me for only one day. He didn't stay with me for 3 days, and he still had systemic mindset. Systemic mindset. Even after 6 hours of my time, even during these 6 hours, he kept fighting me. He kept fighting me. He kept telling me that what I was doing was wrong, that it will not help him. He kept telling me, what you are teaching, I know. Don't teach me this. I need this, not this. No matter how much I tried to explain to him that what you are asking me is the information that I usually teach on the second day. You're not ready for this information yet. And he would say, okay, I understand. And he would again listen to me. But at the end of these 6 hours, all of a sudden, he told me at the end of 6 hours, he said, let me talk to my wife. Maybe I'm going to take another class with you, maybe. But tell me what I'm going to learn. And when I told him what he's going to learn how to not just use his tongue, but how to balance his mind and his memory and his tongue and everything, the whole biocomputer. For that, of course, he needs 3 days. One day is not enough. And when I explained it to him, he said, let me ask my wife, maybe I'll take another day. And all of a sudden, the next day, I receive a message, I feel like you betrayed me, or something like that, or you deceived me. Can you imagine? It tells me right away that this gentleman still left me, but he still had the systemic approach. He still believed the lies. And I took half of the day writing him messages, explaining to him that he still believes lies. He is still in the system. I actually asked my mentor to write to him, and I was working translating those messages because I wasn't prepared. As we were working, I was happy listening to him and working with him, and he was doing so well. But all of a sudden, he came to me. I don't know, Mr. Snishko has more experience with that. He told me that the problem was that that gentleman was trying to grab the information in one day, but he wanted to betray. He wanted to learn the information. And when he realized that it's impossible to get all the information in one day, he decided he's going to get his money back, and he started demanding his whatever he paid for one day course. He wanted his money back. And I simply, together with my mentor, we explained that, nope, you're not going to get your money back because you paid for one day course and you got only part of the information. And I told you from the very beginning, I don't guarantee anything. You can start with one day, but if you're not convinced, you still don't like it, then okay, you risked only this small amount of money. You're not going to get it back. You signed the form. He did sign the form where there was one sentence that the teacher doesn't guarantee 100% elimination of stuttering. He signed the form and he took the class. I did not promise any results in one day. The full program is always 3 days, always. Okay. I'm like, why can't I see? Oh, okay. Someone wrote to me. So here we go. How did he make money off it? Very simple. No, he didn't make money. He didn't. I don't know. Oh, Trier wrote. Trier, this was the question. Trier, go download my book and read it. It's free. This you can do. You don't need to ask your parents for the money. He made money. You're talking about the guy. I started reading and I kind of switched my mind. Let me continue. Okay. So let me continue reading this. So that gentleman, Sikorsky, and by the way, a little information about the gentleman who invented stuttering. This is the same gentleman who invented another sickness. He was the one who invented mental retardation as a sickness. How do I download it? Just go to my website. Go to courses and books or books and courses and download. You know where my website, livestutterfree.com. Go there. By this time, you should just go through every page of my time trier. Okay? And download the book. It's very simple. Let me know if you were able to do it. So let me continue reading. This is the introduction to my book. Let's go. So, I wanted to talk about Sikorsky. So this professor who was born in 19th century and did his evil act in 19th century. He was born in Kiev. Back then, it was the capital of Kiev and capital of, back then it wasn't capital of Russia, but it was already Ukraine, but it many years ago, thousands of years ago, Kiev was a capital of Russia. This is how everything is mixed up today. I'm sure you guys know about the war between Ukraine and Russia. And I'm just telling you, so Ukraine is a pretty corrupt place, pretty corrupt. This is why I don't take sides. What's Russian government is doing, what's Ukrainian government is doing. So the bottom line, of course, I'm against the war, but Sikorsky was born in Kiev and he did his evil act in Kiev. He invented a lot of mental sicknesses. He invented it. Mental sicknesses, mental retardation, stuttering, autism. It's all the products of Sikorsky. He started the whole thing and the system paid him a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay, so here we go. In nearly 135 years that have passed since then, huge financial investments have been made to support and spread lies about the existence of the mysterious and incurable stuttering sickness. While receiving a nice, regular salary, ignorant and greedy people worked for decades to create a legal system for extortion money from naive and gullible people, who stutter. People who stutter are very naive. They're extremely ignorant. They still believe a lot of lies. And this is their main problem. They believe lies. This is why they go from one program to another. This is why they sit on YouTube. They Google and they go and search until they stumble on me. This is not easy to find my information because the system blocks me everywhere. I'm still waiting for the investor. Still waiting, maybe someone who has kind of his teeth in the game or whatever he has in the game, a former stutterer or whoever, he wants people to stop stuttering. Maybe he's going to be able to invest. Maybe. Then we can spread wider. But right now, the system doesn't want to support my work. So today, an international fraudulent system, stuttering cure system, is spread all over the world like a sprawling cancerous tumor. The system is extorting money from perfectly healthy people by convincing them that they're sick and need a treatment. In 1998, my mentor first offered stutterers a completely new way, totally new way, okay? New way of liberation from financial slavery of the criminal stuttering cure system. Mr. Snishko discovered a revolutionary paradigm of and natural reading of stuttering by direct imitation of the speech norms. These norms were created by nature and not by ignorant, money-hungry people. Why? Because what we offer is freely available. It's the laws of nature. Once you learn about these laws of nature, you no longer need everywhere and invest money here and there for the rest of your life. You don't need any more help. This is a global revolution in understanding what stuttering truly is and how any person can stop stuttering in just a matter of days or even hours simply by getting used to the natural and normal speech model. See, I am giving you a model. I'm showing it to you what you do with your tongue, explaining to you what you do, how do you use the mind, how do you use everything in balance, in coordination. And when you begin doing it, guess what? Everything comes into the right place. You no longer stutter. Your perfect body mind computer begins to work perfectly, and you begin speaking like all people on the planet, and even better, because now you are aware of how to produce perfect speech. Even one mistake is out of the question. Even one mistake. You are speaking like your model. How do you like the way I speak? English is not my first language. Yes, I may make grammatical errors. It happens with me. However, I don't stutter. I don't say ah. I don't repeat words. Sometimes I do, but when I do, I mean it. I am a conscious speaker. When I speak, I use the same natural law that I'm aware of. I don't need to go to any systemic worker. No longer. I would like to reduce my, how do you call it? What do they say? Accent reduction. Forgot the name. Accent reduction. Did you see how I acted? I even closed my eyes so I wouldn't get distracted. Okay? To focus on the word, to recall the word. I was so focused. So the bottom line, you need to understand that everything speech therapists teach you is a big fat lie. Period. Speech therapists, doctors, psychologists, yeah, unfortunately, psychologists teach you a lot of lies, give you nice practices sometimes. But again, the reality is you don't need to do practice. There is no practice involved. Why practice? Yes, we need to get used to something, but you don't need to practice for years. You don't. It's exhausting to practice, practice, practice. Very tiring, very exhausting, and it's not beneficial at all. This is very important to understand. Okay, let me continue reading. The truth, see? No system likes truth. The system doesn't like the truth. They don't like it. Okay, this is why the system will never support my work. You got to understand. This is why if you Google my name, you'll see all kinds of lies about me. And this is what that gentleman that I'm just was talking about, he worked with me for a day and then he went and he found a lot of systemic lies of people who I have no idea who they are writing something about me, defamation, lies about me on internet. They don't know me, I don't know them, but they wrote on the internet all kinds of defamation about me. So it's all coming from the system, people who have been trained by the system. Even the gentleman that I worked with yesterday, he could be the one to do the same now, because he still did not stay with me long enough, and he told me that he felt he was deceived. Of course, I didn't deceive anybody. I did exactly what I promised to give him. But what can I do? It wasn't enough for him, and I knew it was not. It would not be enough. I told him. I said, you look like a smart guy. It could be enough, but I don't think so. I repeated it so many times to him. And I'm a very honest person. Trier, you know me. You've seen me. You can tell. I say things the way they are. I never play games. I can't. I'm a 64-year-old woman. I will forget. If I lie, I'll forget what I said. And what we've noticed together with my mentor, that people who stutter tend to lie a lot. They've been brought up by the system, and this is why. They have this feature in them that they lie sometimes, just a little bit. Yeah, thank you, Trier. They lie here, just it could be little lies of a child, could be bigger lies. Like the little lie, for example, the teacher called me today and the teacher told me that you misbehaved during the class, and the child looks and says, no, mommy, I didn't do that. This is a little lie, of course, but it grows into bigger lies, bigger lies. And even these little lies make people change their personality. They grow up and they become dishonest people, a lot of them. This is my experience. They may even believe, oh, I'm such an honest person. But when we begin talking and when we begin looking at the things in their lives, they realize, nah, this is really dishonest. You're right, Anna. You're so right. I appreciate it. Sometimes they even make it hard. They kind of take it offensively and they say, no, I'm such an honest person. But after working with me, but after looking at reality, they realize, yes, I have this feature as well. Okay. So the truth is, the nature of human speech is direct imitation, which is based on the law of resonance, direct law of resonance. The child sees, hears, and copies the speech of people around him like a parrot. I have already ordered a nice picture of 3 parrots talking to each other. It's going to be behind my back. I just ordered and I can't wait to receive this. Yeah, soon. I'm just thinking that I haven't received the confirmation. Anyway, so like a parrot, and the child's parents are usually his speech models. But sometimes, for one reason or another, the baby turns away from the model and stops copying the speech actions of his mom and dad. It does happen sometimes. In other situations, he copies his poorly speaking relatives who model incorrect speech behavior for him. As a result, the natural formation of the normal speech skills in a child stops, slows down, or continues down the wrong path. Just imagine the situation. A young child is blah, 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 speaking, talking. The father comes home really tired after a whole day of work for the system, truly tired. He wants to rest, he wants the silence, and he screams at the baby, "Shut up! Shut up! Stop talking! I'm tired. Don't you see I'm tired?" And the child is scared. "Okay, daddy, I'm not gonna be screaming. Okay, daddy, I'm gonna keep it quiet. I don't want you to be mad at me. Sorry, daddy, I'm gonna sit here in the corner and play silently. In silence, I'm not gonna be speaking. I'm gonna be keeping my mouth shut. I'm not gonna disturb you. I'm not gonna be even looking in your mouth. I'm gonna look away from, I'm not going to be looking at my daddy's mouth." Instead of being a model, speech model for a child, this is how every child learns to speak, looking at the mouth of the parent, and literally takes the movements by ringtones from the parent's mouth. But when the parents are screaming at a baby, when there is abusive behavior, when there is some kind of a traumatic experience, of course, a child turns away from the parent and stops simply imitating like a parent his, or maybe her if it's the mommy, speech behavior. And the child is left in his own world. He still doesn't know what to do with the tongue. And there is no speech model. No speech model. And guess what happens at this moment? A child begins to create his own techniques, his own ways of speaking. Some children begin moving their eyes. Some children begin looking on the floor. Some children, like girls, for example, begin speaking, playing with their hair. Some pulling their ears. Some do this. Some do, I mean, all kinds of speech therapists called it the secondary behaviors. They do all kinds of things. They begin breathing in, they begin doing all kinds of things, but this is all only breaking their speech. This is all not natural. Do you understand it? Not natural. Okay? So, and the horrible thing also happens. I want to mention that. And I remember having a student who also had this problem. Okay, give me a second. Oh, yeah, this is another video. See, I have videos for a whole day. I can play and play and play and play videos. But for some reason, people who stutter are not watching my videos. They keep coming somewhere else to the system approach. System approach. Look what this person is saying about me. You should more than what you do. I'm going to read what he's saying. The government has to take advantage of it. The government is a system. You have the tools that nobody else have. This is not. This is what God has given to you, ability to help others like a doctor. Doctors are liars. In my heart, I think you're a form of a doctor. The way you fix me in 3 days. This is what my students, a whole family, is talking about. She attended a school, speech therapy, for treating stuttering. I can talk about my students nonstop, but this is not a topic of this conversation, right? So, my lesson today is for you very simple: live the system of stuttering cure. Leave it and begin learning the truth. At least attend these live lessons that I am giving to people. Bring your questions. Ask your questions. Let me clear your mind. And whenever you are ready, you can always come back. And if your mind is already clear, you believe less lies, then maybe it's going to take you less than 3 days. Maybe you're going to have to invest less money, because what people invest when they come to me, they invest for my time. The information is freely available, it's everywhere. It's the natural law that you're still unaware of. And for awareness of the natural law, for your benefit, you gotta pay. This is the real world we're living in. It's the matter, the world of the matter. We live in the world where we have to pay money for everything we need in our life. So I've been live for an hour and a half. So I will do my best to advertise my next live stream, and maybe I will have more listeners, more students next time, because it's kind of boring when I don't have listeners right away. But if you have questions, you can always ask them. Okay, always ask them. So you can go to livestutterfree.com, livestutterfree.com, and click on the register for the webinar. There is right away, click here, register for the webinar. And guess what? And begin learning the truth. Watch the webinar and come to me for a free Zoom call, Facebook call, Messenger, like any video call that works for you. Come to me, have a conversation with me, and decide whether you want to leave the system in only 3 days, or you want to stay in the system for the rest of your life, you or your loved one. Lots of love to you. See you soon. Bye-bye.